wrapped in.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay. They changed it.
Other drawing. Why did they change it?
I don't know why you changed it.
Never ending.
I really don't know why you changed it. That's crazy.
I was just saying, you got posted up already, huh? Really cheap because of the COVID.
We make sure they're still logged in up here, right?
They are.
I mean, I had to change it from the workshop to the board.
They did already.
I'm gonna shut up and sit down. I'm gonna sit down.
They were like, hey, you work on the computers? Make sure we're logged in. I'm like, yeah. You just click it. And you just click it.
That's business question.
My name's Christian, by the way. Thanks. I'll call it too. Because I was standing here trying to log you into Zoom, and I'm like, I don't know your password, so it's just hard to read though.
Oh god. Oh. Why is he here? Something he didn't tell us anything about again.
Who is it?
That's the principal at Pineview.
Oi. Oi.
Oh.
Supposed to give you a 1 minute notice.
All right, we're calling to order the reorganization of the school board and financing corporation meeting. Our first item on our agenda is to receive nominations, which are now in order for office of the chair.
I move for nominating Shirley Brown to Chair of the School Board.
All right, Shirley Brown has been nominated. Any other names? All right, nominations are closed. So now we'll go to election of the chair. Those in favor of Shirley Brown serving as chair for the 2020-2021 school year, please vote now.
I think that's probably a voice vote, just by
Voice.
signify.
Oh, it is a voice vote?
Signify by saying aye.
Signify by saying aye.
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 The vote is
I did want to make a comment, and I, again, I appreciate, and I've said this before, that I will work with whomever is in that position, and I'll work with all board members, as I completely respect the institution and the roles that each of us play, as well as the electorate who put us here. I also ultimately recognize the very challenging decisions that we have before us on a regular basis, and believe very strongly that having the correct leader with the correct decorum and the leading by example is pivotal. So again, I will restate my adamant focus and support of working with all of my board members, but unfortunately I will be voting no.
All right, the votes are in. Shirley Brown will be our new chair for the 2021 school year of our Sarasota School Board. Next, I'll entertain nominations, and nominations are now in order for the office of vice chair.
I nominate Jane Goodwin for vice chair. And I would like to nominate Bridget Ziegler.
Any other names? Nominations are now closed. Those in favor for having Jane Goodwin as the vice chair of the school board, please say aye.
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 I couldn't understand who said what. Let's go down the line. Yeah, raise your hand, please. All right, 3 votes. So that means that Jane Goodwin will be our vice chair for the 2021 school year. So congratulations to Shirley and to Jane. Next, we have hearing of citizens. Do we have any speakers during this time on topics related to reorganizational meeting? All right, seeing no speakers, I will now turn the meeting over to our elected chair, Shirley Brown.
The first item on the agenda is the approval of the 2021 regular school board meeting dates that we have now. The first meeting of the month is 6:30. The second meeting is at 3 o'clock. Exceptions are July 13th and December 7th. But as we hinted at the workshop, we may be making changes on these at our next workshop. But as presented, do we have to vote on this?
You need a motion and a second and a vote.
Second.
Oh, there it is.
I move that the approval of the 2021 regular school board meeting dates as presented be approved.
And Jane, you seconded
Yes.
before. All right, all those in favor signifies by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And it passes 5-0. So now what we need to do is suspend the reorganizational meeting and convene the financing corporation. Is there a recommendation?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The corporations are required to submit an annual report to the Florida Department of State, Division of Corporations. This action will update the elected officers for the financing corporation and the current chair and superintendent. Is there a recommendation?
So move.
You have to say that the board elect.
The board elect Shirley Brown as president of the corporation and Brendan Asplin as secretary treasurer of the corporation.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And so that passes. We will now adjourn the annual financing corporation meeting to reconvene the reorganizational meeting.
That the annual meeting of the Finance Corporation of the School Board of Sarasota County, Florida be adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And so that passes. And now we will adjourn the reorganizational meeting, and our regular meeting will begin at 3 p.m.